the ship and it'll fully heal everything and then come back down. I'm gonna see if it'll let me do that for a moment. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, coming into contact with that electric thing, and suddenly it's like, you know, your left arm's broken, your right leg's broken, your frontal lobe's broken, you got 3 busted ribs. It's just like, oh my god. Like, we've even got Magic Healing Man, but he's like, I got nothing.
Be no peace in my wake.
Are we gonna unlock it again? Alright. Alright. Let's see. We leveled up. Lifetime of Scars. 7 less damage from fire, toxic, and bleeding effects. So if it does less than 7 damage per tick, you just take 0. Every injury increases Death World characters' agility and willpower by 5. Every trauma counts as 3 injuries. Yeah! Break all my bones! Yeah! If the warrior is not attacked this turn, they gain 24% armor. Charge and slash do not affect this bonus. Enemies suffer minus 10% penalty to hit chance with ranged attacks against the warrior for every enemy in a 1-cell radius around the warrior. Stacks up to 3 times. Increase charge distance by 3 cells. It could be that could be useful for def. Oh god, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. That could be useful for gap closing. Let's get Lifetime of Scars. Let's see. Coercion. Alright, Adira. What do you got? You can move your party members without the others following, unlike VG3. You can do that in both games. However, if you rewind the VOD a little bit and look, I selected just one of them and I was moving, and then at some point I accidentally got control of the whole party again, didn't realize it, and then barbecued half of them. So it like went back to selecting all of them and I didn't realize it. Let's see, Mind Siege. Let's see, anything. Psychic Barrage. Enemies suffering blind, stun, immobile, or prone are inflicted by 10% more damage. Enemies that become targets of the psychic or psychic powers gain minus 5% penalty to dodge a parry till the end of combat. That's not bad. Mike, can I have something yours too? Always, go ahead. Let's do that one. Intelligence. Alright, her. Let's see, Blood of Martyrs. Heroism. Lasting Oppression. Half the bonus voice of command lasts. Whenever the officer makes an attack, they gain +5 fellowship till the end of combat. Interesting. Your video yesterday with the heel jump Vindy, when will it arrive? It's going to be a little bit. I mean, like all my words and stuff were in yesterday's VOD. If you just want to hear me talk about it, but it's in queue to be edited by Noxy, and there's like 4 other things in front of it. So it'll probably be a week or more. Do Leader's Assault. Let's see, 45, 40, 60. Persuasion's really high. Alright, Heinrich. Let's go look at his special stuff. So whenever an enemy adjacent to an ally dies, the ally gains a stacking corpus conversion effect. If multiple allies are adjacent to the dead enemy, one is selected at random. The Psyker's next psychic power that targets only the target with corpus conversion will work as if the Psyker's Psy rating is +2 higher, will not degrade the veil, not trigger psychic phenomena or perils of the warp, and will remove 1 stack of conversion from the target. That's a mouthful. Confer immunity could be good. Confer immunity. Let's see, 45, 40, 50, 50, 70. Let's get that. Alright, Pascal. What would you say when you have to compare it with Heel Staff Warrior? Last build I played a year ago. Heel Staff Warrior. So, I mean, it depends on the warrior, right? I mean, there's Heel Staff Berserker, Heel Staff Bladesworn, Heel Staff, Spellbreaker, etc. It would depend on the warrior. I will say the staff for warrior is one of the most amazing support weapons in the game. The warrior itself leaves some things to be desired, in my opinion. Let's see, fresh target. Instant exposed weakness costs 0 AP. If an enemy affected by an exploit within 5 cells from the operative attacks the operative or an ally, they get +1 exploits. If the operative is not moved this turn, they do +2 damage with single shot attacks for every 5 cells between them and the target and gain +3 ballistic skill. That's not bad. The operative inflicts an exploit even on enemies which are out of the operative's line of sight at the start of the turn. Ooh, let's do that one. Ballistic skill. Alright. But with the new specs, it could be legend when we have luck. Yeah, it could be. We don't know what it's going to be yet. This game would still be playable with half the talents it has now. I don't mind a lot of options, but yeah, I do remember my review for the base game of this. I said something which was really weird even to me, and I was like, when I got to the high levels, it took so long to do level ups that I just, like, skipped the last few level ups. Like, I had level up sitting there, and I just didn't even use them because it was too much of a pain. And that's... all. I don't recall that ever happening to me in any other game ever. Melee weapon specialists. The sweep ability of axe and shove of hammer or mace costs less, but no less than 1. Oh, that's not what she's using. Each time the Death Cult Assassin parries or dodges an attack, all enemies with bloodstained effects suffer +1 stack. Anytime a Voidborn character scores a critical hit, there's a 10% chance to double the damage. So you can get critical crits. Alright, there we go. Okay, quick save. Thanks for answering. I'll play my Warrior 2 video release. Okay.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see.
Quick save again. Alright, we got past the lightning thingy and not full of injuries. A crowd of cultists has surrounded a tech priest, crucified upon a mechanism. A rhythmic whisper repeated by 100 voices blends into some blasphemous enchantment. Powerful discharges of the motive force run through the machine, causing the unfortunate prisoner's body to convulse brutally and forcing woeful cries of pain from his lips. The tech priest's hoarse voice echoes under the ceiling. In the clenched claws of stagnation, in the shackles of Iteration Zero, under the iron wing, let the cycle be discontinued. Pascal's mechadendrites spring into combat mode instantly, and a wrathful rattle comes from his box. I am registering a severe violation of the Purity Protocol. The Blessed Amarnat has been captured by heretics and is being tortured. Look around the hall. The heretics have taken up positions everywhere, and many more are doubtlessly hiding in the passages leading out of the hall. For now, they are all focused on the sacrilegious torture of the tech priest and do not notice you. We must save the esteemed tech priest without risking his life. The mechadendrites points to the corpses of heretics lying nearby. We can use the blasphemer's clothing as disguise. Unrecognized, we can sabotage the power units, overloading them and thus cleansing the hall of heretics. The lightning discharges have charred the cultist corpses. Whiffs of smoke rise from their empty eye sockets, whose contents have evaporated. Their clothes, covered in the blood of innocents, are crudely painted over with emblems of the archenemy, which exude a repulsive air of soul decay. The signs of the archenemy are not just painted symbols, but conductors of his will. The words of their prayers, even spoken without faith, their coat of arms, even deceitfully worn, all this increases the presence of the ruinous powers near you and draws their corrupting attention to you. With a look of revulsion, Kibble picks up one of the rags with the tip of her blade. Nothing but your word, Daman Mukluk, can make me don this filth. Once we are done, I will scrape my skin clean with a metal brush and bathe in caustic lie. Oh my god. Cassia stares in horror at the corrupted clothes and the scattered human ashes. Do not make me. Dogmatic. I will not allow corruption to touch you. We will invest ourselves in faith and kill every last traitor to the Golden Throne. Another desperate scream rends the air. So be it. May the Omnissiah protect the Blessed Amarnat in the coming battle. Death to the blasphemers. Quest, kill the heretics.
Curiosity. Seems using a tent at defiance.
Unga bunga it is then. Alright, let's see. See the map. It's a lot of red dots.
Bring ruin.
Strike me again and see what happens.
Chaos guides me.
That's a lot of dudes. Oh, what? Taunt doesn't reach over there? What the heck?
Step by step I lead. Let's see.
Alright, I've taunted all those.
A wicked thought.
I will leave footprints of scarlet. Come, the other side awaits. As on. I shall not fail. Death is a blessing.
She's like, oh boy, here I go killing again.
Death to non-believer. I serve the ruinous powers.
Such is the will of chaos.
Out of my way.
An offering of blood.
I know what is to come. On it.
Dang it! Stop. There was no warp perils. Ugh.
Will do.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
We're giving her another turn.
As honor. Trust me. As honor ordained. Come, the other side awaits.
She kills two more. Alright, her turn.
I'm
Laser.
another foe painted black.
Pascal's turn.
Advancing. Running binary override. Combat is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Alright, his turn.
For the throne's glory. I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
Heal her.
Let's see to it.
Chaos guides me.
Rogue Trader seems like a good game. Just finished the prologue as a Blade Dancer Arbitrator. That's a mixture. But yeah, it is a good game for sure. Taunt all of these.
Within their schemes. A genius.
Raise the
at
shield.
work.
The undying
Blade dance.
Emperor
Blade
whispers
be
his
drenched
will.
in blood, and thy blessing flow through my veins. Killing brings me no pleasure.
A tribute to the undying Emperor.
That wasn't even her full turn.
Death is a blessing.
You are my next offering. Death to non-believers.
But of course. I'm not so sure.
She doesn't have line of sight of that guy.
Will do. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Lightning bolt. Oh, sorry, rogue trader. Just a little love tap.
If I may, I am.
Wait, what? Dude, I've almost won. There's only 3 left. Alright, he's trying to help. I guess he killed the last couple. I was doing quite well there.
Step at a time, amidst the madness. How intriguing.
In the cycles of the foreordained, there lurks a flaw of worship. The tech priest's body convulses. Pained, plaintive creaks of binaric prayers come from his vox. As moments pass, the signal becomes less and less clear, as if something twisted and wrong were being added to it. Pascal studies the tech priest's face carefully. His vox system moans in a tragic vibrato. Subject unidentified. This is not the Blessed Amarnat. Stranger, I request your name. How do you know my mentor's motto? Try to take down the tech priest crucified on the machine. As soon as you touch the tech priest's battered flesh, it shifts his gaze to you and says with sudden clarity, "Many sparks have gone out, but not all. The electric shepherds are alive. In the darkness, I have heard their prayers. Find them, save them, recite the hymn of contact circuit restoration, so that you may behold what is hidden." A blast of motive force runs down the tech priest's body, and his face contorts in a mocking grimace. Malformed binaric code, repulsively jarring on the ears, pours out of his vox. Information archived to the effect that the circuit restoration hymn is the entrance password to the electro priest's hiding place. Pascal responds with the dour rhythms of a containment aria. I note with great sorrow that the cultist ritual has been partially successful. My tech brother has been tainted by corruption. He is in the grip of a schismatical and unholy imitation of a machine spirit. I request immediate activation of the tech sourcism protocol. Kibella gives Pascal a long look, her eyebrow raised in a silent question. Pascal responds with an equally long silence and then creaks, "Thank you for your cooperation. Request denied. The Catechism demands that this act be performed by an authorized unit." Oh, she's saying, do you want me to stab him? What is a schismatical? An ugly mockery of a noble machine spirit created by the warp. Sometimes a few lines of despicable scrap code or a small clump of the motive forces falls up under the archenemy's influence and degenerates into an abomination of this sort, one whose very existence is an insult to the Omnissiah's wisdom. Dogmatic. Grant the Emperor's peace to the tech priest. Let the tainted be eradicated. Oh boy, here I go killing again. Wow, I am taking my sweet time. Dude, it took me 3 hits? Oh my god. Dude, I did not grant that guy mercy if it took me 3 swings with an electric club. Hey. Chip says good morning, everybody. I don't know if you could hear him. What's up? Let's see. I like how you had to take out your shield for that. Yeah. As mangled as it is, the tech priest's body still clings to life. It takes several blows to end his corruption-tainted existence, but even after that, a repulsive giggle is heard over the static from his vox. Pascal's mechadendrite touches the dead man's head carefully, grips his neural augmetic in his claw, and extracts it from its socket with the utmost care. The skull bone cracks dryly, and brain matter taints the sacred metal. Rest in purity, Tech Brother. The knowledge that you have attained through your efforts will be preserved and purified. Lord Captain, the Omnissiah commands a pious mind to strive toward uncovering the truth. Therefore, I will not stop until I find my mentor and understand his connection to the servant of the machine god. I request the privilege of joining your retinue as a rightful companion. I can offer to fulfill the duties of an engine seer on your ship in exchange for the right to follow you and conduct my own investigation. Okay. Lumeno Deacon's command throne.
In this tapestry of a world,
Pascal can open the box.
I am the rogue.
My success is an irrefutable
Yoink.
certainty.
Hey Monk, I want to make Question Mark 2. Are the new elite classes coming with a new expansion? There is a new expansion coming out in around October, I believe. We don't yet know what it's called. There are hinting at new elite specs just these last couple days, yes. But we don't know certainty. Safety system control alter.
Darkness lurks beyond the bright flashes. Two darknesses. One streaked with red, with clanking shackles and false preaching. The other a bilious yellow, the tang of roiling blood and screams of pain.
The colors of this place are flecked with sparks of pain. Bright scarlet.
So now this door is open.
Blackish crimson, deathly gray. A kaleidoscope of despair and madness.
Circular cogitator. The machine alter accepts the contact circuit restoration hymn. A shortish, muscular man wearing the scarlet colors of the priesthood of Mars steps in your path. The wrinkles on his cheeks and forehead point to his propensity for frequent outbursts of fierce anger, but right now he is showing no signs of aggression. Glowing blue patterns of electric tattoos, or electus, show through his oddly bluish-tainted skin. A tight bandage covers the man's eyes, yet he turns his face straight toward you with no hesitation. He has a sharp, screeching voice not unlike a bird's cawing. May the charge of the Omnissiah's mercy persist in the hands of the faithful. May the motive force persist in their batteries. Another blind heretic to battle. Make the sign of the Aquila. The Emperor protects. The man responds curtly, as if giving a military command. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. The hallowed electrodynamic cenobium receives you, pilgrim. I am Dar Impulse 6, a servant of the motive force and the praetor electoid of the sacred monastery. Hey. Wait, what? What's up? You haven't visited us in a few days, except when Gabe drags you in here. What's up? Hang on. Bit of a mess behind me, chat. But we do have a visitor. Back. Okay. Continue. Pascal and the other guy bowed. Pascal bows down humbly before the man. A trill of Beneric signals come from his vox, which the praetor responds with a solemn gesture of blessing. Pascal turns to you and says, the rank of praetor electoid is a sign of high standing within the electro-priest fraternity. To have been granted an audience is a great honor. The praetor electoid looks at Cabela and gives a dignified nod. You've brought an assassin. Good. She will find much work here. Are you ready for new toils, blessed slayer? Always. Can it be any other way? What happened here, and how did you manage to survive? When the heretics descend in droves upon the cenobium, we gave battle. But the unholy foes buried the Omnissiah's warriors under a mass of their bodies, thus extinguishing the defenders' sparks of purity. It was then that I ordered my few surviving brethren to retreat into the monastery's secret chambers. Upon taking refuge here, we began to destroy the blasphemous intruders in surreptitious ways. Alas, this